Hello, Saturday morning tappers. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm here for our second class video. Sure wish we were dancing together, but I'm glad that you're home safe and warm. I will have Spotify going in a little bit, but in the meantime, let me go over just the lesson plan for today. I do have a few notes. I will do warm-ups with the music. Then we are going to work on some flaps in place. Flaps in place is really good for balance. Really good for balance, really good for sound. We will work on shuffles, traveling shuffles in place, again, because we cannot travel. But I do have the shuffle combination, and I have a little variation that I was working on this afternoon to be able to go from one right side to the left side without stopping. We'll do some cramp rolls, we'll do some riffs, and then we will get to drawbacks and maxi forwards. Following that, I have a combination that I think is going to take me a couple of sessions to create in its entirety. I'm even struggling with it a little bit today, but we'll warm up pieces of it, and in my next video for next week, we will continue to learn it and clean it up as we go. And from there, I will go to time steps, and then we will close. So let me begin by just warming up just a little bit. Let's do some toe drops, heel drops, right foot, left foot, toe drops, heel drops, toe drop, left foot. And I believe, as a teacher, I should be starting with my left foot since I'm facing you. So forgive me if I threw you off just a little bit. I will start back from the beginning, and I will use my left side so I am mirroring you. Other foot. One more. Wonderful. Okay, moving on. Let's take some music, and we'll do a little bit with chugs. Sorry, I thought this was already ready to go. And I hope it's loud enough. That's an oldie but a goodie. Remember our boom, boom, boom. Both feet. Notice that little rhythm on the left foot. Single, 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 single. Moving on. Let's go to our TikToks. 5, 6, 7. Wonderful. Good, good, good. I'll put this a little bit closer to you. Good. Alrighty, let's warm up your brushes. Other foot. I'm going to kill this music because I don't think you can hear it that well anyway. And so this way we can hear our feet a little bit clearer. Working on our brushes, warm up your shuffles. 3, 4. I do not understand the difference in the tone of this tap versus this tap, but I know, Miss Julia, you can hear it. It must be something about the manufacture of the tap itself. It is not, or perhaps a piece of the floor. I don't think so, though, because if I move, it is still a different sound. So that's why tap is such an art form, because each and every count, each and every sound, each and every movement creates a brand new experience for everybody, the tapper and the listener. Okay, moving on. I would like to do flat ball changes in place. It's kind of important to do them in place, particularly for my newer dancers, but for my experienced dancers, and you know who you are, they need to be big, they need to be presented, because if you're doing them in place, your audience needs to know that the flat ball change is the exact same one as if you were sailing across the stage. Always give them something to see. Now, I also will tell you about running flaps, because it seems as if it is as defined in the dictionary: brush step, 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 brush step. Clearly, your muscles are doing a brush step. The faster you go, the stronger your ankles. It really ends up to be step, step. Because you're going so fast, the brush becomes more of a strike than a airborne movement. Now I can do a brush step when I'm going slow. You can see my foot lift off the floor. You can see my foot lift off the floor, and that is important for the flap execution. But more importantly is the sound. And the sound is as if I'm doing it. So, in your mind, you're doing a brush. Sometimes your feet will only be doing a step. Always start slow, especially my beginners, not my older girls, especially my beginners. Always start slow. Get a nice, solid foundation. Get a nice, even gait. That gait is your balance. And then you can start to pick up speed. We did this in class many times where I would have you start at one end and you would go for 4, 8 counts slowly and then build up speed. Okay, so again, running flaps in place, great exercise for the ankles, great exercise for the knees. Getting back to your flat ball change. And Shuffle, ball change. Again, in place. Give me a nice equal ball change. Both weight on both legs. Center torso over both feet. Since you're not traveling, you need to maintain that placement so there's no wobbling. Right foot, 5, 6, 7. Other foot. Excellent. Okay, moving on. Flaps in place, shuffles, traveling shuffles, and the shuffle combination variation. Okay, older girls, you know who you are. You should be doing some kind of a shuffle, shuffle, up. Since we are not traveling, because we have nowhere to travel, let's see if I can get the corner of that obstacle out of the way for you. Sorry about that little adjustment on my video placement. Since I can't go to the studio, I'm trying to do a little bit better placement for you here. I hope that works a little bit better. Can we still see my feet? I think so. Okay, so we were talking about traveling shuffles. My younger, less experienced dancers, traveling shuffles, 3 sounds each feet. Make sure they are the correct sounds. Brush, brush, step. Brush, brush, step. Notice I am in a very balanced demi-plie. Very good. Here we go. I missed a sound. I hope you heard, because I want your ears to be clear. Very good. Moving on. Let's go to our drawbacks. So, since we cannot fly across the floor, again, we have to do them in place. That means feet, sounds, balance. Reminding you, my new dancers, what is a drawback? The heel drop is the second sound. Sophia and Julia. Okay, moving on. On your own, please do some maxi forwards. And incidentally, with the drawbacks, don't forget your Cincinnati version. Of course. And that being your triple should then take you to your showcase number. And in your own dance space, I want you to work on turning and making those very crisp corners. Now those were singles for Sophia and Julia. Everybody else is doing triples, Cincinnati's. Turn it. Turn it. Turn it. Okay, very good. I am now going to lower this screen so that you can see my feet better, because I'm moving into the combinations. And I really want you to be able to have a good view of my feet specifically. So please forgive this little interlude here. There's my feet. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. Up until now we were using a lot of ears. Now we have a lot of feet. Alrighty. Cramp rolls and riffs. And then the left side. I did the right side and then the left side. Again, I think I forgot to reverse it for the mirror, but let's do it again. And left. Okay. Please do those on your own. Please do your maxi forwards on your own. Riffs. In the new combination that I have come up with, there is one little 3-count riff. Warm the other foot up. Okay. In order to prepare for that combination, I would like you to do back, front. Other side. Now let's try it with a quarter turn. Spank, step, step. Drop, drop. So clearly I am stepping back and then forward, and I want that to be really clear to anyone that is watching. Spank, heel. Full lap heel, face front. Spank, heel, full lap heel. Then that takes you to the other foot. So, starting facing front, we have, I'll take the left foot first, you can use your right. Ready for the other foot. Oops. All right, let me take that one again. Got the notes in my hand and a little bit higher tempo. Quarter, 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 quarter. One more time, a little up tempo. 5, 6, 7. My rhythm was off on that last section. Okay. I am going to demonstrate for you the combination that I came up with a little bit earlier today. And there is your back, back, front, front. I need a quarter turn. Up, spank heel, shuffle heel, back, back, front, front. One more quarter turn. And then we have a double paddle into a full lap heel lunge. Now we're going to go back in the other direction with a counterclockwise turn. Spank, step, step, step. Spank, step, 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 step. Heel, drop, heel, dig. So you had flap, heel. And here comes your 3-count riff. Spank, spank, and then your 3-count. And then it reverses over on the other side. All right, let me try it one more time. Sorry. Dig, spank, 3-count, riff. There it is. So let's just do that last a 7, a 8. A 7, 8. Let's see. 7 and sorry, I gotta look at my notes. 7 and 8. 7 and 8. 7 and 8. Now I know I need to do the whole combination with you again. We're not going to do it all today, but I want to show it to you one more time. 7 and 8. Other foot. That's actually the end. So, getting back to what we were practicing earlier, the beginning. Spank, heel, shuffle, heel. Back, back, front, front. Spank, heel, shuffle, heel. Back, back, front, front. Keeping in our clockwise fashion. Now we counterclockwise to turn the other way. Spank up, 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 down. Spank up, 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 down. Dig. Ba, 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 ba. And then a 7 and a 8. A 7 and 7 and a 8. 7 and a 8. Left foot is free. That lunge is so important right there. Because this foot is free, it's going to take you back in the other direction. 7 and 8. Okay. Again, a little choppy, but let's see if I can do it one more time for you, and then we'll break it down into the beginning section for today. And that is the end. Okay, so let's break it down into, again, the beginning section. Spank, heel, shuffle, heel. Up, up, down, down. Spank, heel, shuffle, heel. Up, up, down, down. Here comes your paddle. Break it, because you're going back the other way. Let's go back to that section one more time. Spank, heel, shuffle, heel. Up, up, down, down. Spank, heel, shuffle, heel. Up, up, down, down. Keep going in that same direction with your paddles. Break it. and then we'll give you your turn. Let's do the other side. Same way, and. What comes here? Into a lunge because we're going to go back the other way. Very good. Okay. One more time. I'll add the turn on next week. And let's take it from the top. Here we go. I'm going to do my left foot because you are on your right. And. Turning back the other way. Going back to the beginning to reverse it. There's your lunge. So those of you that are going to try the turn, we are spank up, 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 down. And then here comes your riff. 7 and 8. All right. One more time, I'm going to do the whole thing for you, then we'll close. And. Sorry, and. One foot. And there you have it. We'll keep working on that one. Let's finish up with our Manhattan time step, buck and wing time step, waltz clog time step, and then we will close. Manhattan and. There it is. Very good. Buck and wing. Double. Triple. Finish it up. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And finally, waltz clog. What do you do to double it? First sound, 2 sounds in place of it. Anna and Sam, I think you're probably ready for your double and your triple now. Grace and Mika, I would stay with your singles for now because I want you to get the rhythm and the sway and the lightness of it. If you try to add sounds at this point, it may take away from the beauty of what you're doing. Triple. Older girls, certainly you'll notice that the placement on that movement is very similar to the placement on traveling shuffles. Wonderful. Ladies, a pleasure. I hope to see you very, very soon. And keep tapping. Mwah.